All right. How in the world is the White House going to get out of this mess with Joe Sestak? You've got Joe Sestak saying that he got offered a job to get out of the race. He said it twice, and on camera the second time on Sunday. And you have Robert Gibbs saying, "Oh, it's not a problem. I'm told that whatever conversations have been had are not problematic, but it is a quid pro quo situation as far as Sestak's concerned." So now what?
Well, look, I mean, first of all, Sestak, I think, has an obligation to tell who he was talking with. I mean, he can't play games with this. He has made an allegation that I believe would be a felony. I'm not a lawyer, but my attorneys have told me this would be a felony if it was a direct quid pro quo. That is, they offered him a job in return for him dropping out of the race. That would be literally a felony offense. And whoever did it at a minimum would have to resign from the White House. So who did he talk to? Was it the president? Was it Rahm Emanuel? I mean, you know, was it Axelrod? I mean, there had to be somebody pretty high up for him to believe they could offer him the Secretary of the Navy's job. So he owes the country to, don't give us half the story. Once you start down this road, you owe the country telling us the truth. Second, I think the White House has to say who talked to Sestak, and those people have to appear and answer the questions. And if their answers aren't convincing, I believe that Attorney General Holder has to appoint an independent counsel. After all, that's what happened in the Bush administration for a different offense, but an offense that was actually, in the end, much less significant. If you have somebody in the White House who's been accused, in effect, by a retired admiral who's a member of Congress of his own party, of having committed a felony by offering him a job in return for dropping out of a race, the White House has an absolute obligation to identify who did Sestak talk to. That's a matter of record. And then have that person or persons show up and answer questions. And I think it's a big problem, not a small problem, particularly coming on top of the situation in Illinois, where there are all sorts of allegations involving the former governor who's now facing a criminal trial, in a situation which involved the president's Senate seat, where there were similar allegations that various deals were being offered.
I'm a little rusty on law, but I've got a little job for a lot of the viewers is they should go research after on the record misprision of a felony, and it's a failure to report a felony. I don't know if it applies or not, but it might put some sort of pressure on Congressman Sestak in terms of, you know, I'm not suggesting he be charged with a crime, but I'm just suggesting that the importance of reporting some if indeed a crime has occurred. And I just don't get his unwillingness to come to say what happened, because it makes him look, actually it makes him look very small and very dishonorable to say that he's accusing the White House essentially of a crime, but then doesn't have the guts to say, you know, what he claims happened.
Well, no, I mean, it should be a matter of pretty straightforward public record. Who did he talk with? When did he talk with them? There can't be that many people involved in these conversations. And those people have to, I think, testify under oath, and they have to be prepared to answer questions of the press. And I think the president really has a tremendous problem here, because every single promise he's made on transparency he's broken. Here we are once again now faced with the possibility of a crime being committed by his White House staff, and he's still stonewalling, and Gibbs is stonewalling, and it's not a laughing matter. This is a very serious question.
Worse than stonewalling, though, I don't like the arrogance where he says, I'm told that whatever conversations have been had are not problematic. Like, we're supposed to accept what Gibbs says because he's telling us. That's I mean, that is a little insulting. I think we just need the facts from Mr. Sestak and anybody else involved. But anyway, enjoy Iowa, Mr. Speaker. I'm sure that you've probably got a lot of plans to go back there, so enjoy it while you're there, sir.
See you soon.